Welcome, and today I invite you to journey with me into the transformative realm of Stoic equanimity, an art of maintaining calm and balance amid the relentless turbulence of modern life. In a world that often seems overrun by chaos, unpredictability, and emotional upheaval, the ancient Stoics offer us a powerful reminder. True peace is not the absence of disturbance but the mastery of our internal responses. By embracing the discipline of equanimity, we learn to remain centered, clear, and resilient, even when external circumstances threaten to overwhelm us. The Stoics understood that while we cannot control every event in the world around us, we can control how we perceive and respond to those events. This insight is beautifully captured in the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, who wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In these words lies the foundation of Stoic equanimity, a call to fortify our inner lives so that, no matter how stormy the world may be, we remain anchored in calm. Today, we will explore how to cultivate this essential quality and harness it to transform the chaos of modern existence into a canvas for clear thought, meaningful action, and profound inner peace. Imagine, for a moment, a vast, turbulent sea. The waves crash and the winds howl, yet there exists an island, steady, unyielding, and serene. This island represents your inner calm, the quiet center that remains untouched even as the external world roils around you. The journey to cultivating equanimity is akin to building that island, through daily practices of mindfulness, self-reflection, and disciplined thought. Each deliberate act of centering your mind, each moment you choose calm over reaction, builds a resilient inner foundation that empowers you to face life's storms with grace and strength. One of the first steps on this journey is to develop a practice of mindful reflection. In our hyperconnected age, our minds are bombarded with constant stimuli, emails, social media notifications, the relentless pace of urban life, and it's all too easy to become swept away by the chaos. Yet, the practice of mindfulness invites you to pause, to step back from the whirlwind of external demands, and to focus on the present moment. It is during these moments of quiet reflection that you can begin to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, recognizing the patterns that lead to agitation or anxiety. Over time, this practice not only sharpens your ability to remain present, but also strengthens your capacity to choose your response deliberately, rather than being dictated by the ebb and flow of external events. Journaling is another indispensable tool in the cultivation of equanimity. By recording your thoughts, emotions, and daily experiences, you create a dialogue with yourself, a space where you can process the turbulence of the day and distill it into insights that illuminate your inner landscape. Consider dedicating a few moments each day to write about not only your successes and joys, but also your challenges and frustrations. As you chronicle your experiences, patterns will emerge that reveal the triggers of your stress and the moments when you manage to reclaim your calm. This ongoing process of self-examination is a powerful means to gradually transform reactive patterns into responses that are measured, wise, and serene. Yet, cultivating equanimity is not solely about individual practices. It also involves reshaping your environment to support a state of calm. Our physical surroundings play a crucial role in the way our minds function. In a cluttered, noisy environment, it is difficult to maintain clarity. By intentionally creating spaces that reflect the simplicity and order you seek within, you set the stage for a more peaceful existence. Imagine a workspace bathed in gentle, natural light, with a minimalist design that leaves ample room for contemplation and creativity. Every object in that space is chosen for its purpose, and every corner exudes calm. This deliberate arrangement not only reduces external distractions but also mirrors the inner discipline required for equanimity. The disciplined use of technology is also essential in our modern pursuit of calm. While digital tools have the potential to connect us with a wealth of knowledge and opportunity, they can also be relentless sources of distraction. The Stoic approach is not to reject technology outright but to engage with it mindfully. Set clear boundaries for your digital consumption. Designate tech-free periods during which you disconnect from your devices, and curate your online spaces to include content that uplifts rather than agitates. By taking control of your digital environment, you reclaim precious mental energy and create a buffer against the incessant demands of the virtual world. Equanimity, as a Stoic virtue, is deeply intertwined with the practice of acceptance. The Stoics taught that much of our suffering arises not from external events themselves, but from our judgments about those events. When you find yourself facing a setback, a missed opportunity, a harsh criticism, or an unexpected change, the Stoic response is to accept the situation for what it is, rather than expending energy in fruitless resistance. This acceptance does not mean resignation. Rather, it is a recognition of reality, a commitment to focusing on what you can control. By training your mind to embrace the inevitable fluctuations of life with calm detachment, you pave the way for a resilient, unshakable inner core. Another dimension of equanimity lies in the power of gratitude. It may seem paradoxical that gratitude and acceptance go hand in hand, yet they do. By appreciating the blessings in your life, even the challenges, which are opportunities for growth, you build a mindset of abundance that counteracts feelings of frustration or discontent. Each time you pause to acknowledge the small miracles of everyday existence, you reinforce your ability to remain calm in the face of adversity. Gratitude transforms the landscape of your emotions, helping you see that even amid difficulty, there is much to be thankful for, and that this awareness is a key component of inner peace. The teachings of the ancient Stoics remind us that equanimity is not a static state, but a dynamic practice, a way of living that evolves with each new experience. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus all emphasized that the journey toward a calm and balanced mind is one of continuous self-improvement. It requires regular self-assessment, reviewing your responses to the day's challenges, reflecting on the moments when you lost your balance, and identifying the triggers that set you off course. Over time, this disciplined process of reflection and adjustment not only builds resilience, but also deepens your understanding of yourself and the nature of your emotions. Let me share a personal example. There was a time when the chaos of my daily routine, emails that piled up, constant interruptions, and an overwhelming pace, left me fraught with anxiety and reactive frustration. I realized that I had become a slave to the noise around me, and that my inner peace was slipping away. Determined to reclaim my calm, I began incorporating small practices into my day. A few minutes of mindful meditation each morning, a daily journaling session to capture and reflect on my emotions, and a commitment to declutter my workspace. Gradually, I noticed a change. The clamor of external demands began to fade, replaced by moments of stillness and clarity. I learned to accept that not every situation could be controlled, and that by focusing on my internal responses, I could find a quiet strength that no external chaos could break. This transformation, though gradual, reinforced my belief in the power of equanimity, a belief that true strength is born not from resisting life's turbulence, but from navigating it with a calm, focused mind. The impact of cultivating equanimity extends far beyond personal well-being. In our relationships, a calm and balanced mind fosters deeper, more meaningful connections. When you approach conflicts or challenging conversations with equanimity, you create space for understanding rather than escalating tension. You become more present, more willing to listen, and more capable of offering thoughtful, empathetic responses. In the workplace, equanimity enables you to lead with clear vision and steady resolve, inspiring confidence and resilience in those around you. By embodying a calm, measured presence, you contribute to an environment where innovation, collaboration, and mutual respect flourish. As you move forward on this journey, consider the broader societal impact of equanimity. In a world marked by division and unrest, the ability to remain centered and composed is a revolutionary act. By choosing to focus on what you can control, your own thoughts, actions, and responses, you set an example for others, demonstrating that peace is not the absence of challenge, but the presence of a resilient, grounded mind. Imagine communities where conflicts are approached not with anger, but with thoughtful dialogue, where every individual practices the art of calm acceptance, and where the collective energy is directed toward building bridges rather than barriers. This is the legacy of Stoic equanimity, a legacy that transforms not only individual lives but the fabric of society itself. In practical terms, building a resilient state of equanimity requires consistent, deliberate effort. Begin each day by dedicating a few moments to a mindfulness practice. A quiet time when you center yourself, focus on your breath, and prepare your mind for the challenges ahead. Use this time to set an intention, to remain calm, to accept what comes your way, and to respond with wisdom rather than reaction. As you navigate your day, whenever you encounter a stressor or unexpected event, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that while you may not control external circumstances, you have the power to choose your inner response. Over time, these small acts of mindful resistance will compound, creating a reservoir of inner peace that sustains you through even the most turbulent times. Furthermore, integrate reflective practices into your routine. At the end of each day, review your experiences, celebrate the moments when you maintained your calm, and learn from the instances when you allowed stress to dominate. This practice of daily reflection not only reinforces your commitment to equanimity, but also sharpens your ability to discern patterns in your emotional responses. With each reflection, you gain valuable insight into the workings of your mind, enabling you to refine your approach and build a more resilient, balanced inner life. As you continue to cultivate equanimity, allow gratitude to become an integral part of your journey. Recognize that every day is a gift, and that even the most challenging moments offer opportunities for growth. Gratitude is the lens through which you can see the world not as a place of perpetual struggle, but as a landscape rich with lessons and hidden blessings. Each time you acknowledge a small joy or a quiet triumph, you strengthen your ability to remain calm and centered, even in the face of adversity. The journey towards Stoic equanimity is not a destination but a continuous process, a lifelong commitment to living with a calm, clear mind and an open, resilient heart. It is a practice that evolves with you, shaped by your experiences, your reflections, and your steadfast determination to master your inner world. As you build this foundation, you not only enrich your own life but also inspire others to seek the tranquility and strength that come from within. Now that we have set the philosophical foundation of Stoic equanimity, the understanding that our inner responses, rather than external events, determine our peace, let us delve deeper into how you can actively cultivate and sustain that calm in your daily life. One of the most effective ways to nurture equanimity is to develop a system of daily practices that anchor you in the present. Start by establishing a structured routine that includes moments for mindful breathing, meditation, or gentle movement. These practices serve as periodic resets during the day, allowing you to check in with yourself and realign your focus. For example, during a hectic workday, pause for a few moments to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and bring your awareness back to the present. Such micro-breaks, though brief, accumulate over time to create a robust shield against stress and anxiety. In addition to these mindful pauses, a dedicated journaling practice can be transformative. Imagine ending each day with a reflective session, where you examine your experiences, emotions, and reactions. Write about the moments when you managed to maintain your calm amidst chaos, and also about the instances when you felt overwhelmed. Over time, your journal becomes a rich tapestry of insights, a tool that not only helps you identify recurring triggers of stress, but also highlights your progress in transforming reaction into response. This reflective process is essential in building a resilient inner life because it teaches you to view each challenge as an opportunity for growth rather than as an insurmountable obstacle. Another powerful strategy for cultivating equanimity is to consciously manage your environment. Our external surroundings play a significant role in influencing our internal state. Cluttered spaces, incessant noise, and digital distractions can all disrupt our peace. Therefore, take deliberate steps to create a physical space that supports tranquility. Whether it's decluttering your workspace, incorporating elements of nature such as plants or natural light, or setting up a quiet corner for relaxation and meditation, these adjustments can have a profound effect on your mental clarity. When your environment reflects the order and simplicity you aspire to, your mind naturally mirrors that calm. Equally important is the way you engage with technology. In our modern era, digital devices and constant connectivity can erode our ability to stay focused and serene. Adopt a mindful approach to technology by setting clear boundaries. Designate tech-free times or zones during your day when you disconnect from emails, social media, and notifications. Consider using apps or settings that limit distractions during periods of deep work. By reclaiming your attention from the endless pull of digital stimuli, you preserve mental space for reflection, creativity, and the cultivation of inner calm. Conflict, too, is a fertile ground for practicing equanimity. The Stoics taught that conflicts are inevitable, but our responses can be measured and deliberate. When faced with disagreements, whether in personal relationships, at work, or in broader societal debates, pause and take a deep breath before reacting. Ask yourself, what is the underlying cause of this conflict? How can I respond with understanding rather than emotion? By approaching conflict with a calm and reflective mindset, you transform potential flashpoints into opportunities for constructive dialogue and personal growth. Over time, this approach not only diffuses tension but also fosters deeper, more meaningful connections with others. Gratitude is another essential element in the cultivation of equanimity. While it might seem paradoxical, embracing gratitude even in moments of difficulty can significantly enhance your inner resilience. Each day, make it a habit to acknowledge the small, often overlooked blessings. A supportive word from a friend, a moment of quiet in the morning, the beauty of a sunset. By shifting your focus from what is lacking to what is present, you create a mental state of abundance that counteracts the sting of adversity. This practice of gratitude is not a one-off gesture but a continuous, intentional effort that nourishes your spirit and fortifies your resolve to remain calm. Let us also explore the importance of perspective. The Stoics believed that our suffering is not so much caused by events themselves but by our interpretations of those events. This insight calls for a radical rethinking of how we view our experiences. When faced with an unexpected setback or a stressful situation, try to step back and reframe it. Ask, what can I learn from this? How might this experience contribute to my growth? This shift in perspective transforms challenges into lessons and hardships into opportunities for self-improvement. In doing so, you not only maintain your inner calm but also expand your capacity for resilience and wisdom. In addition to individual practices, cultivating equanimity often requires supportive social interactions. Engage in conversations that encourage reflection and understanding rather than judgment and criticism. Surround yourself with people who model calm, thoughtful behavior, individuals who inspire you to approach life's challenges with grace. Whether through intimate discussions with close friends or participation in communities that value mindfulness and Stoic philosophy, these connections can reinforce your commitment to living with equanimity and provide the mutual support necessary to weather difficult times. As you weave these practices into your daily life, visualize the long-term transformation they can bring. Picture a future where you consistently meet the challenges of modern life with a calm, composed demeanor. Imagine a day when every distraction, every unexpected event, is met with a measured response. A moment of reflection, a deep, steady breath, and a choice to focus on what truly matters. This is the promise of Stoic equanimity, a resilient inner world that remains unshaken by external turbulence, allowing you to live with clarity, purpose, and an enduring sense of peace. Remember that the journey toward equanimity is not linear. It is a continuous process of learning, practicing, and evolving. There will be times when old habits resurface or when the pressures of modern life momentarily overwhelm you. In those moments, return to the core practices that anchor your mind. A mindful pause, a reflective journal entry, a deliberate step to declutter your environment, or a moment of gratitude that reminds you of the beauty in simplicity. Each time you choose calm over chaos, you build a deeper foundation of inner strength that carries you forward. The wisdom of the Stoics is as relevant today as it was centuries ago. Their teachings on maintaining inner balance, mastering one's perceptions, and embracing life's inevitable challenges continue to provide a roadmap for navigating modern complexities. By integrating these practices into your daily routine, you not only create a personal legacy of equanimity but also contribute to a broader culture of calm, resilience, and thoughtful engagement. Every act of mindfulness, every conscious decision to remain centered, becomes a building block in a life marked by inner peace, a life that stands as a testament to the enduring power of Stoic wisdom. As you reflect on these insights, ask yourself, How can I further cultivate a sense of calm amid the chaos? What adjustments can I make in my daily routines to foster more mindful engagement with the world around me? Embrace these questions as opportunities to refine your practice, knowing that the journey toward equanimity is both a personal endeavor and a shared commitment to a more balanced, compassionate society. As we draw our exploration toward a close, reflect on the transformative journey you've undertaken. A journey where each mindful breath, every deliberate pause, and each reflective moment has paved the way for a deeper state of inner calm. The practices we've discussed, establishing daily rituals of mindfulness, engaging in thoughtful journaling, creating environments that nurture tranquility, and setting clear boundaries for digital engagement, are not isolated techniques but interconnected elements that together build a resilient inner world. They remind you that even when the external environment is chaotic, you possess the power to shape your internal experience. Consider the image of your mind as a sanctuary, a place that you have carefully cultivated through disciplined practice. Each time you choose to pause and reflect rather than react impulsively, you reinforce the strength of that sanctuary. Over time, these choices accumulate into a profound resilience that not only transforms how you experience stress, but also empowers you to face life's challenges with unwavering composure. Every setback becomes less a source of defeat and more an invitation to grow. Every distraction, a chance to reassert your focus on what is truly essential. This journey toward equanimity also reshapes how you interact with the world. By embracing a calm and centered approach, you not only enhance your personal well-being but also create a ripple effect that touches those around you. When you face conflicts with measured understanding and resolve, when you listen deeply and respond with empathy rather than judgment, you help foster an environment of mutual respect and cooperation. In both personal relationships and professional settings, your commitment to inner balance inspires others to seek the same clarity and serenity. Moreover, remember that the path to equanimity is a lifelong practice, a continuous process of learning, adapting, and refining. There will be days when external pressures threaten to disrupt your inner peace, and moments when old habits try to resurface. In those times, draw on the techniques you have cultivated. Return to your quiet moments of reflection, revisit your journal entries, and reconnect with the foundational principles of Stoic thought. Each conscious act of returning to calm reinforces your ability to remain centered, and with every challenge met, you build a stronger, more resilient foundation for your future. Imagine the future you are creating, a life where each day begins with clarity, where challenges are met with a thoughtful, composed spirit, and where the relentless pace of the modern world is tempered by your inner calm. Picture a workspace, a home, or even a digital environment that reflects the serenity of your inner life. A place where distractions are minimized in every element, from the smallest detail to the broadest gesture, is in harmony with your pursuit of balance. This vision is not a distant dream, but a reality that emerges gradually through consistent, intentional practice. As you move forward, embrace the understanding that equanimity is not the absence of life's storms, but the ability to navigate them with grace and clarity. Each time you choose calm over chaos, each moment you invest in mindful self-care, you are not only transforming your own life, but also contributing to a broader culture of resilience and thoughtful engagement. In a world where uncertainty is inevitable, your ability to remain centered becomes a beacon of hope, a reminder that true power lies within the mastery of one's own mind. Thank you for joining me on this journey into Stoic equanimity. May the timeless wisdom of the Stoics guide you to create a sanctuary of calm within, enabling you to face every challenge with a clear, focused mind and an open, resilient heart. Embrace the art of mindful reflection, let go of what you cannot control, and nurture the quiet strength that lies within you. Your commitment to this path will not only enrich your own life, but also inspire a more peaceful, balanced world around you.